Today we're going to talk about area of a trapezoid. A trapezoid is a special type of quadrilateral. A trapezoid only has two parallel sides. Usually, if we talk about a parallelogram, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. But as you could see in a trapezoid, we have only one pair that is parallel. And we call both of those sides the bases. So we have base 1, which we're going to call B1, and base 2, which is opposite the first base, and we're going to call that B2. And of course, we have the height. So we've been dealing with parallelograms where area equals base times height, and triangles where area equals 1/2 base times height. Now, in order to find the area of a trapezoid, what we need to understand is that a trapezoid is actually two triangles. Okay, so you can see, let's see if I can make it a little clearer. So this is one triangle, and let's see, this is the other triangle. Okay, so in order to find, so it's kind of like a compound figure, right? Except the two figures are two triangles. So what we need to do is we need to find the area of both triangles. Now, let's say that B1, the longer base in this case, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units. And B2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. Now, you can see that the height for the green triangle is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And guess what? That's also the height for the orange triangle. Why? Because if you think about it, if these two bases are parallel, then the distance between them all along is going to be 4. I can kind of show you that by doing this, right? If you think of it and you can kind of look at it upside down, if this is 4, then this has to be 4 because it's kind of like a rectangle, okay? So the height for both triangles is 4. So if I did for the orange one, area equals 1/2 base times height. And I substitute in, I have for the orange one, 1/2 times the base, which is 6, times the height, which is 4. Okay, and that's going to equal 3 times 4, which equals 12. Okay, so this is the orange one. Now, the area of the green one is also equal to 1/2 base times height. Only now we have 1/2 times the base, which is 10, times the height, which again is 4. All right, so we have 1/2. Whoops, got ahead of myself. 1/2 of 10, which is 5, times 4. So that equals 20, and that is the green triangle. Obviously, I have to add them up. So 20 plus 12 equals a total of 32 square units. Okay? So we actually have a formula because you don't want to always be doing this. And the formula is the area of a trapezoid. Let's make it a different color. Let's make it nice, bright pink. Okay, the area equals 1/2 B1 plus B2 times the height. Why? Because it's the sum of the areas of both triangles, right? So if you use the distributive property with the h, it would be 1/2 times B1 times h plus B2 times h. Okay, so let's see how that turns out. For this particular trapezoid, we have 1/2 times B1, which is 10, plus B2, which is 6, times the height, which is 4. All right, so 1/2 times 16 times 4, and this would be 8 times 4, which, ta-da, is 32 square units. Okay, so obviously these are the same. Let's just try it using just the formula. All right, so let's say we have something that's not an isosceles trapezoid, which is the first one. And let's say this was 20 feet, and this is 12 feet, and let's say the height is 4 feet. Okay, you always have to be given your base 1, your base 2, and your height. All right, formula. Remember, when we have a formula, geometry becomes algebra. So, formula is 1/2 B1 plus B2 times the height. Okay, 1/2 times, what's B1? 20 plus B2 is 12 times the height, which is 4. Again, notice I'm using my order of operations. So 1/2 times 20 plus 12 is 32. Okay, times 4. And that would be 16 times 4, which equals 64 square feet. Okay, and that's how you use the formula.